Hello and welcome to today's Thought for the Day on Tuesday the 6th of July. I wish you well and I hope you are well wherever you're listening to today's online Thought for the Day. I'm going to talk a bit about football, but please don't switch off immediately. It's not what you think I'm going to be talking about. I want to quote for you a line from the epistle which was read here in the chapel on Sunday, the fifth Sunday after Trinity, just the opening line. Be ye all of one mind, having compassion one for another, love as brethren, be pitiful, be courteous. Be courteous. Now that's the key to what I want to talk to you about this morning in the context of football. Now all those of you who know me know that these days I'm a bit of an armchair sportsman. Gone are the days of running London marathons and doing all those other mad things that I used to do when I was a bit younger. So I sat with the rest of the nation earlier this week, thrilled and excited, looking forward to the England-Germany match, as I did on Saturday night, looking forward to the England-Ukraine match. But came away with although I was thrilled to bits that we had won 2-0, the other against the Germans, I was deeply disappointed by the way that many of those supporters were behaving in Wembley. That is, every time the Germans got hold of the ball, they booed. And I thought to myself, what really bad sportsmanship that is. What has happened to our country that when we play in games like that at an international level, we're advertising ourselves right across the world with I guess, millions watching the football, our supporters behave like that? What's gone wrong? Why do they behave like that? I got quite tense and worried on Saturday night as we played Ukraine, and I shall be even more anxious, I suspect, on Wednesday when we play Denmark. Well, I want to think a bit about that with you and just suggest three things. Number one, I think a lot of how people behave in sportsmanship starts with being taught that at home by parents. It starts with such simple things as playing snakes and ladders on a board at home with your young children, leading on to games and other things. Being a good sportsman, learning to be gracious in defeat as well as magnanimous and joyful in success. But balancing that up is something that has to start right at the very beginning and not spend your whole time as a child on a mobile phone, thinking that's what sport is all about. Secondly, I think I have to say that schools have got something to answer for here as well, in not drilling into children on the sports fields, in the classroom and other ways. And I can speak with some authority on this, having spent some time, as many of you know, in a school while I've been working here at the Tower of London. That schools have really got to impress upon children what the importance is of really good sportsmanship. Thirdly, of course, there is the wider question of the church's responsibility in all of this as well. When I was a curate, on the last Sunday of the month, all the uniformed organisations used to come to church. That's the Brownies and the Guides, the Scouts and the Cubs, the Cadet Forces. They all turned up in church. The church was absolutely packed full of young people. It was a wonderful opportunity for teaching. It's nothing about me, but it was taking that verse that we've just read about being courteous. It gave us an opportunity to talk about the kind of things that we are discussing and thinking about today. At the end of the England-Germany match, I'm sure you noticed, like me, if you watched it, the way the Germans were so courteous, the way they came up, all the football players, to the English players and congratulated them. The way they went around the arena, not just to congratulate, or not only to just say something good to their own supporters, but to congratulate the British supporters as well. I wish our own nation, I hope our own nation could embrace something of that sportsmanship as well. Because courteousness and good manners is just something that's so important. I've always said, and you've probably heard me say this before, Christianity is not taught, it's caught. And it's caught by our behaviour, and courteousness, it seems to me, is an integral part of being a Christian, as well as hoping to embrace that within the whole of our nation. Let's pray for a great result on Wednesday night, Yes, of course I want England to win, but courteously.